on the mark?
Yeah.
On it? All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to Everybody's Live. My name is John Mulaney. I'm your host for this evening. It is Wednesday. It is, Jeremy, the time is?
7:02.
It is 7:02 p.m. and it is...
67 degrees.
It's 67? It's 67 degrees and...
Sunny and
sunny and mild. Welcome to my show. It is blindfold night, as you can see. I will be wearing a blindfold for the entire program. I cannot see anything. I'm using Richard's voice as a guide throughout the night. If I can hear Richard Kind's voice, it either means that he is next to me or that I am in Santa Monica. How's it going so far, John? You might be wondering with the blindfold. I don't like this at all. I thought that my senses were, I thought other senses were going to kick on by this point, and I would be like Daredevil and be feeling the room in ways you can't imagine. But now, anytime you guys clap, I'm like, what that? Oh my God. This is a flat studio. For those of you watching at home, so I will not probably Kelsey Grammer it right off the edge of the stage. But maybe our set looks like the set of Frasier, so we've been building to this the entire series. How, by the way, now that I'm blindfolded, how did he fall off the stage not blindfolded? When you're not blindfolded and you're on a high stage, you have an excellent vantage point. Is our topic blindfold? No. That would be too easy. I'm just wearing a blindfold the entire time. Hey, John, just cut eye holes in that thing so you can see a little, you're probably saying. No, because that would make me a burglar. And there's nothing funny about that.
I would never get on a cruise ever.
Wow.
Ever.
Have you always felt that way?
Always since I was a child. There's no reason for me to be in the middle of the ocean. Mm-hmm. If I want to go to a hotel, I will go to the Four Seasons in Philadelphia. It's a beautiful hotel. Mm-hmm. I don't enjoy the idea of being on a cruise. With the Disney cruise, with the characters and they come out, I can go to Disneyland and do that. I just don't see the reason. But I got a cruise for my parents, and my dad and mom really, really like it. So I support cruises, but you won't catch me on one.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm singer-songwriter Jelly Roll, of course. I come from a long line of rolls, you know. My father was dinner roll. My sister, rest in peace, cinnamon roll. And my mama, hamburger roll.
Do you mean hamburger bun?
Yes, I do. And Mr. John, I heard you got the runaround from Bone Thugs. Brother, I will sing for free. Here's my #1 song. I am Jelly Roll.
Oh, right, you're right. I love that one. Now, Jelly Roll, you've had quite a journey.
Yes, I have. My life has changed, you know, and if you're scared out there, this one's for you. Pringle can in the back of the van, loose dog in a parking lot, Jelly Roll.
What a journey indeed. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, well, my songs come from the deepest part of me, you know. Woman with a sunburn at a bus stop, sincerely Jelly Roll.
All right, I like that. It's sort of like you're adding your signature at the end of your song.
Yeah, well, I want them to know it's by me. I mean, John Waters signs the end of his movies, you know. I know the rest of the other people on the couch sign their crap. And I say, chicken truck baptized at the car wash with love from Jelly Roll.
So 80. You don't know any Jelly Roll songs, do you?
I do not, but I did try my best.
And the Wikipedia on Jelly Roll that I sent you?
I was driving.
I understand.
And then I parked, and then your people pulled me into hair and makeup.
I understand. It's okay.
No. No, I need to hear you say thank you.
Thank you, 80 Bryant. Give it up for Jelly Roll, courtside, everybody. Have you ever died in a movie?
All of them. I'm that guy.
Have you ever actually?
Yeah, like 3 of the 7 that I've been in.
You die on screen.
Yeah, usually in the first 20 minutes.
Do you have a method for dying on camera?
No, it's just kind of sad.
Because I think that most people die, like, can we have let's have a dying acting contest, actually.
I died in Scream.
You died in Scream?
I did.
That's pretty cool.
Did you go for horror dying, or did you go for naturalistic?
Well, apparently I wasn't very good at it. Because the director came up and he said, "Do you think it would be more excruciating?" I said, I guess so. "Could you yell a little louder? Just scream?" I said, "Sure."
So how did you die? How did you die in the first take?
In the first take, it was kind of like, ow, ow,
This is how I would die on camera, very subtle. Where's my camera? Okay, this is what I would do, okay? Stare, and then you just let your eyes go. So,
No.
that was great.
That was good.
Lunel,
I thought that was good.
to camera, let's see your best dying actor.
Which camera?
Which camera? Yeah, there.
Right there? No, motherfucker, no, no! No, bitch! No, motherfucker!
So you don't die.
I actually don't die.
Yeah, you don't die.
You're right, you win. You
Yeah.
win,
You won.
even in your death scene. Rich,
Remember that?
can we see you die on camera?
Oh. Give me a place, a situation. Am I shot? How am I dying?
Oh,
Like standing right there, drop dead.
oh, wow.
No, Richard!
Richard!
No, I'm here. Don't worry, now I'm here.
That's really good. What is a social credit score?
Social credit score, they've been training and practicing this in certain cities in China with high surveillance, keeping digital database and everything. I'm telling you, it's the craziest thing. And they're docking people's pay for jaywalking.
They're docking people's pay for jaywalking.
Hey, you laugh, but it's true. This is the next step, John.
Isn't China doing... Bubbles, thank you for sitting down with me.
My pleasure.
From the upcoming biopic to the Broadway stage musical to Leaving Neverland, a documentary that HBO Max recently pulled, the legacy of...
Just listen to the music.
What?
You heard me. People are complicated.
Your board is programmed to say people are complicated?
What's crazy is I'm sitting here and you haven't asked me about one important thing. The music.
I guess I'm surprised that you weren't...
All you bring up is filth, nasty things, but you never asked about the music.
I'm happy to talk about the music. What are some of your favorite...
I got bills and shit.
Conan, any strong opinions on dinosaurs?
I'm with you. I don't think they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm with the Triceratops is where it throws me. That's the one that has the big, you know that it looks like it's wearing a dog collar? You know the Triceratops?
Yeah.
It's got that giant bone. I think they arbitrarily put it behind the head. It could go anywhere. I think it drifts further back on the body or forward and is kind of like a salad guard. That's my impression.
I'll tell you why I don't fuck with Triceratops is because, like, nowadays, dinosaur scientists or paleontologists, whatever they want to be called, they're all like, oh, you know, actual birds are the descendants of dinosaurs. And I'm like, so a rhino isn't? Because a Triceratops and a rhino have a lot more in common than a Triceratops and a goddamn cockatiel.
You're so bored of this concept that you just yawned.
Nope. 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 I had a vanilla milkshake. I had a vanilla milkshake right before the monologue.
Terrible
and
idea.
A little of it just came out.
Okay.
I always eat 2 steaks and a
Lactose
vanilla milkshake
intolerance.
right before I walk out.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I'm with you. I think we know more about this
Using
than
me.
anyone who's devoted their you and I
Yeah.
know more about this than any nerd that's devoted, you and I being jocks in this scenario.
For sure.
We know more about this than any nerd that's devoted their life to trying to figure it out. I don't know any.
At what age would you come up that?
How dare you interrupt? I had a whole thing I was doing.
He was ramping
And you
in.
with your way too big mouth step in. Time. I'm sorry, Richard. I don't know what came over me. I'm sorry.
I got my real ID. I told you back there, so
Yeah, you might be, well, Rich has it and Andy has it, but Robbie
Yeah.
and I are still without, and you have it. That's fantastic
Was it here in
news.
California that you did it, or in
no,
New York?
in New York.
How much you pay
Yeah.
for something like that?
Well,
Did it feel classist when you were getting it?
it really did. Well, they also they offered me an enhanced ID.
Yes.
So that was more
That's
expensive.
what Richard has.
Yeah.
I do.
Yes.
How much did you pay for yours?
Are you out of your mind? I don't remember. You just put your credit card.
Like we're
and you
never
do
gonna
it.
get a fight.
See, that's surprising, because I would bet you remember every charge that's ever come your way. So you got it at a DMV?
No, I actually went to a couple of AAA locations.
Ah.
Put it up. Yes.
It was honestly incredibly difficult the entire time. I don't know. Like I had to go to 3 different locations because there kept being a problem, and I don't know if it's like a company.
A knowing nod. Yes. Yes, we do have problems.
Is that like a company? Like it feels like no one there wants you to get it.
They wanted you to get it. They wanted you to.
No,
I'm sure.
right
I'm
away
sure.
she was just like waiting, like you don't have proof of address, do you?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is AAA even involved with the Real ID? Are
Yeah,
they
why
getting a
is
kick?
AAA
It's to help
Yeah.
out the DMV. So not in all states, but in some areas, there's a partnership with DMVs in certain areas just to help them out. So they do offer DMV services at certain locations.
But are
not
you,
all.
so you're like deputized to be like a DMV?
Something like that. And they carry out, not in all AAA branches, but in some they can carry out DMV services like getting your license or the Real ID.
Okay.
Is AAA a private company?
Oh, yeah,
No.
that's a good question. What are you?
It's public? It's a federation, yeah. It's a nonprofit
It's a
federation.
federation?
Yeah. It's an association of different clubs. Are you a member?
I will say the greatest deal on the planet is the AAA roadside
Well,
service.
that's what it is.
It's
That's what we are.
$91, 3 pickups a year. And they have picked me up in the middle of the highway. I had a tire blow the fuck off. I'm lucky to be here tonight. Thank you for having me.
Rami, you have an enhanced ID.
Yeah.
Enhanced driver's license, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a real ID.
And that's the way, it's not a Real ID, but it's Real ID compliant. It's Real ID compliant, meaning they'll accept those. And that also allows you to go into Canada or Mexico by land or sea.
Well, I don't know if anymore.
That's how they got
That's how
me.
they sold
That
you
was
on
the
it, yeah.
upsell,
By
yeah.
land or sea, yeah.
Land or sea, yeah.
So you have that. That's fun. You'll be able to do that. An enhanced driver's license is
yeah.
as good as a real ID.
EDL, yes.
A passport is as good as a real ID.
Correct.
Is it just presenting presenting the documents you need for a real ID? Birth certificate, 2 pieces of mail. Is that the same as having a real ID?
Social Security card.
Can I fly with those?
No, I mean, you could if you wanted to, but when you go up to TSA, they'll tell you you're not Real ID compliant.
Oh, then no.
Prove us no. But then to verify your identity further, that would help.
Okay. What can they do on site to verify your ID if you,
Well,
let's say
that's
I try to fly with my expired New York
Right.
license. What happens?
Well, at this point, what we've seen today, at least at airports, is that people are still being allowed to board, but they're
What?
given a warning if you don't have the Real ID
But today's
yet.
the cutoff day.
Yeah, but it's a soft
But
launch,
that's the
yeah.
whole fucking episode. I told the audience in the monologue that it was the Real ID day. Is it really not coming into effect today?
It is. It's just, you know.
It's a scam.
It's
It's such a soft
It's
scam.
Real ID-ish today, yeah.
It's Real ID-ish.
Now, you mentioned something to Rami that by land or sea, can he travel by air?
No, he can't fly with that.
Did you pop
I
that?
Wait.
I thought she was being poetic, but
Can
you
I-
were
No.
actually just naming the only 2 ways.
No,
I can't fly into Mexico with my
correct.
enhanced
But
ID.
you can fly
but
domestically with it.
This is a disaster.
But he could sail into Zihuatanejo.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless that's
Do you
unless
sail?
that's
Yeah, do you like I didn't even know sea was an option to get to Canada. I
But
didn't
honestly,
know
he's
that
going
that
through
was...
customs, so why can't he fly with it?
Because you can't board. I don't know. I don't know why you can't, but you need.
See, these
You
rules
still-
are horrible.
Yeah,
The government would just tell us what it is. I don't know what enhanced is. I don't know no American flag on my... I stood there for hours trying to figure it out.
You already had it and wasted time. That's on you. That's on you.
I thought I could fly.
That's on you.
Robbie, I'm pointing fingers, Robbie. I thought I could fly there.
Question for only Robbie and Richard. How many times have you been thrown off flights? Did you ever get fired?
Yeah, I got fired. I've been fired a couple of times, yeah.
What kinds of jobs?
I got fired from a movie theater for ruining the end of Titanic.
What do you mean? What were you doing?
I was working in a movie theater Titanic hadn't come out yet, and a sorority had bought out the movie theater to watch Titanic, and they were in the doorway, and I was going, hey guys, can you guys move? I was tearing tickets. And they were making fun of me. They said I looked like Charles Manson, which I kind of did. I had a little bow tie on and a cummerbund. I was like, hey guys, please move. And they were like, no. And then when I went in, as I tore the tickets, I was like, enjoy the movie. The boat sinks at the end. Leo dies, and blah, blah. And they were like, no, he doesn't. And I go, yeah, you think he's asleep, but he's frozen.
Wow.
Yeah, and that showed them. And then,
were you fired on the spot?
Yeah. The guy came down, was smiling, and he was like, hey, you went, hey, Bill, man, I have to fire you. Like that. He ran a movie theater in Tempe, Arizona.
And he was super into firing you.
He loved it. Couldn't look me in the eye, though.
Well, it seemed like his eyes were closed.
Yeah, he was stoned, yeah.
Everybody at home, gather your friends, gather your family, gather your children.
Oh,
this is
beautiful.
moon landing type shit. Here they come.
For spacious skies, amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesty, above the fruited plain, America, America, got that shed his grace on thee, and crown that good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shine. You see,
Excuse me. Just then, an alert appears on John's phone. Are you gonna make the sound, or?
Oh, sure.
Nice. Oh, look at this alert. The gorilla that likes to ass blast comedians just escaped from the zoo. Andy, I'm freaking out. Andy looks into John's eyes. He's never noticed how blue John's eyes are.
Hey, look at me. As long as we have each other, nothing can ass blast us.
Okay, so this is my letterbox review of your show. Okay, so we all know crack is bad. Yes, we can all agree that crack is something bad. But consider this. Crack gave us funk music. Crack gave us Tyrone Biggums. Crack gave us Whitney Houston saying, first of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack. The spirit of crack, one could argue, has also given us this show. John Mulaney, sober and a father, is basically spiritually on crack. To be clear, I think this is a good thing. This man shows up dressed up like a Pentecostal deacon's son headed to the 2018 NBA draft only to end up a fifth-round reject. And yet, he puts out some of the sharpest comedy happening right now. And aided by, in my humble opinion, some of the best writers in TV, this show indulges in volleying between keen, deeply specific observational comedy and playful surrealism. I wrote surrealism twice, as it pleases. You can't put your finger on which way it'll go or why, other than he and the writers want to do it. Haven't seen it before and think it's funny. It adds up to something completely singular. The man is a gift to comedy. He is also, maybe, probably insane. But I think this is good, and I think crack is bad. Also, I love Richard Kind. I want to adopt him and take him to a diner not too far from the courthouse and split an ice cream sundae and celebrate our new family with him. 4 stars and a heart.
Yes.
That's the nicest thing I've ever been given.